I am not getting anywhere with this, so that's fun. You know what? Screw it. Let's go to the Epic Games launcher. Let's see what games I have in here. Definitely don't have 903 games on here. Come on. Okay, I don't necessarily need the installed games. I have 367, so let's pull up a calculator real quick. So 367 plus 367 is 734. So we open a new calculator. Okay. So you're going to see what I'm going for here. So 903 minus 334 is 169. So that means I go to game 169 on my list. And then that'll be technically game. How am I gonna figure out how to count all these though? Let's go all the way to the bottom and we will list by, let's see, what's that probably gonna be divisible by? Let's go 48. So divided by 48. No, not 49, 48 is 3. So on page 3, so let's see, so 3 times, but no, that's minus, times 48 is 144. So then we go and we make another one of, and then this one is 100, it was 69, right? 169 minus 144, so game 25 on here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We're playing a racers. Okay, let's ignore that and we'll just go to the next Football Manager. Hell no. I could do For Honor, but that would take forever to install. My idea was almost brilliant, but at the same time it was terrible. Or technically we'd actually go back a couple. I don't know. Do you have Police Simulator? I do not. I sadly do not. At least I don't think I do. Not on there, and I do not have it on Steam either. What platformers do I have? I'm just trying to think again what to do. We technically almost got to a point where we were able to figure out what we were doing But alas, it did not work. What about open world games? What do I got for that? Fallout? No, thank you. I could play Assassin's Creed. I could play Slime Rancher. Okay, Sable, I think I remember wanting to play that at some point. I can't remember exactly why. No. Let's see how long that's going to take to download, theoretically. It's only 2 gigs, shouldn't be too long. Excuse me. Hello, Jacob. Bless you. Thank you. I am trying to figure out how to pronounce your name, and I feel so bad for not being able to say it. Is it Karig87? Is that how your name's pronounced? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. We're currently... I don't care. Fair enough. I guess, do you have a preferred pronunciation? Do what you do. Take that. I will take that. Okay. I guess we're gonna try Sable out. Because I am installing it, so you know. It's clearly the only thing that we need to do in order to determine to play a game. Apparently there is 1 viewer for Sable at the moment. According to whatever it's called. Where are you from, if I may ask? Scandinavia? No, not quite. I'm from the US, specifically the Midwest in Utah. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna need my controller for this, so let's just get it ready in case. Been there one time. Yeah. Nothingness. Fair bit. Unless you go to the southern region. Then you got like pretty mountains that are all red and everything. Okay, let's go ahead, get the music paused. Launch the game and hope things work. Yada. Allow access. Don't know why it's needing internet access, but you know. Never been in Salt Lake, just deserts. Fair enough. I think Salt Lake is actually more near the central, it's more central Utah, but it's a little bit further north than what you'd consider central Utah. Okay, it's given the fact that my controller is not doing anything, I'm going to assume that I do not need a controller. Okay, then go back into your spot. Yes, it's mad. I was just moving away. My bad, sorry, I was just moving away. Like from Nevada? Ah, fair enough. Why am I needing to connect online for this? Frame rate should be 60. Never mind, it can... Okay, yeah. Level of detail. Can we go higher? Let's go. And I prefer the potato states. Fair enough. I've been in the US 2 times. The Field and Freedom. can respect that. Okay. Photo mode off. Yeah. Controls. Okay. I'm assuming that we're good with that. I'd like to start a new game. Yes. Let's see how this goes. Next time I'm going to US, I'll be in Texas. Nice. Texas is massive. Very big. Also, I love how the screen is still just bright white. Come on. Whenever it decides to load. Here we go. Shedworks. No, it scared me. Fair enough. Okay, I'm liking the art style. It's like pixelated 3D, if that makes sense. Is that a scorpion? No, it's just a beetle. He do be climbing around though. Nope. I'm assuming that's the player character? Maybe? That's a giant face. Bit spooky, that. The character has come to just say, yo, it me. Okay, quest started the ceremony. To move Sable. Okay, so that is the character name. I'm liking the animations. It's like in a probably 15 frame rate. Have a good day, Jacob. I appreciate it. You have a good day too. I can jump. I actually jump pretty high. Whee! Oh, there's a climbing mechanic. Sprint bar. Press space to jump. Ooh, overshot that. Oh, I climb as well. Interesting. I'm going for another drink. Have a fun one, my friend. Move towards the wall to begin climbing. Keep an eye on your stamina. Okay, so you can just climb anything. Give or take. Okay, so you don't expend stamina unless you move. Ladder, as one would think, wouldn't spend stamina at all. Okay. Interesting so far. Again, art style and animation is pretty cool. C to crouch. How dare you. Ooh, that change of like vibrance. Saturation, I think would be the term I'm looking for. Whee! Big world. Crow. Okay, now the question is, do we take fall damage? Let's answer that right now. Nope, just get stun locked. Can only sprint once you have stamina. Then I assume it just forces me to walk. Yes. Ooh, but you can, if you run out of stamina. Ibix camp. If you run out of stamina, it does force you to wait to regen fully. This is quite interesting so far. I can feel JD smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-bearing little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous and she's softly, sweet, amused. Softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. Oh, that was self-dialogue. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? And yet, I know. I'm not worried. I tell her I'm not worried at all, and it's possibly the least convincing I've ever been. You can say that, my love. But I do know how you are. I'm going to be nervous until you've started. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You have bikes in this barren wasteland? Fair enough. You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you I was going to be alright. I promised you it was going to be alright. I told you how much I loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants. JD reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. Oh, does she now? And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I don't know where to start. I changed my mind. I'm staying. I don't know where to start. She's story warms me, but I feel too overwhelmed to let it settle. I tell her with a sigh I don't know where to begin. She chuckles. Well, I can help with that. You need to talk to Hillel and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hillel will share something, well, let's say as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what Jill is saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. I'll be back soon. What if I choose the wrong path? Yes, JD, what will become of me if I choose the wrong path? There are no wrong paths, Sable, or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Bexy, but, truth be told, I'll be glad no matter what, so long as you're happy. Whenever you decide, you do so with my blessing, so don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. I go speak to Hillel. I'm assuming that's what it's pronounced. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Sizzo, but you know how he is. There's something to give you, a compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding, an artifact you might say. Take the device in my palm, it fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. Okay. And then gives me, also I might up the delete tasks. I might actually, can I get to settings, up the camera sensitivity slightly. It's a little bit better. See, now I know what I'm supposed to do, but at the same time, I don't want to. But the bike is probably gonna... Okay, so is the day actually changing? I think it is. I went first person for a moment there. Ayo. She looks out across the landscape. Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. Something on your mind? You seem tired. What are you looking at? Something on your mind? Zeki's mind is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That Illyra over there. Follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Illyra. Ilaria. Do you want me to get her back? Does she need help? Zeri shakes. It's Zeri. Of course. Of course my brain goes to the league champion. Zeki shakes her head. No, she's fine. I'll get her. She shrugs. Parenting. I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. Oh, there she is. I'm like, where the heck? Well, now I want to... That was a bad idea. Ooh, hello there. What are you? Your money! Yeet. Urmar is a man of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. Fair enough. Okay, can't do anything with my mouse buttons. I love how I instantly pick it up, but it takes me a second to put it down. Okay, and so it is... Yeah, time is moving along, which is interesting. What do we have here? Logging in. Hello, Sable. Unread messages, 0. Have a good day. Nobody likes you. JD greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. It feels so strange being called that. That's big glider to you. What was your gliding like? Being called that. I tell JD how strange it is being called glider instead of Sable or even clan child. Just trying to get you used to it. She seems to really like it, and maybe I like it too. My little glider. I need to remember that if I press jump, I'm going to jump backwards, not up. And we'll go to that child soon. I just want to explore up here first. A lighthouse of sorts. It's a watchtower, I guess. Since it looks busy, I should leave her to it. Yeet. Myself. Glad I don't take fall damage. Then again, I don't know if there's even damage in this game. So we'll see. Okay, now the question is... Am I going to be able to make it up this or not? I don't know if I am. Barely made that. I want to explore everything. Come on, make it up. Okay. I love climbing. That's it. That's all you have to say for yourself. You troublemaker, you. I mean, getting down's a lot easier than getting up, I will say. Do I make it up this? Probably not. Nope, I actually did. Go. Don't know if there's a whole ton. Why is that red over there? That's scary. Me no like that. What the heck? I went flying. Ayo, you got anything I can acquire for my own devices? No. Sad day. Maybe in here? Ooh. Button. Or maybe not button. This is weird. I would think that this would actually work well with the controller, so I don't know if my controller just wasn't functioning or what. Hello. As I approach Hillel, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Hillel's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it with a touch of nerves for balance. A gliding stone. Sable, take this. Hillel hands me a small round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel a warmth, not borrowed from Hillel's hand, but emanating from within. I rub my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. I didn't bring anything for you. Hillel starts a tinkling laugh. For half a second, I read it as tinkling himself, or I guess themself, because it doesn't specify a male or female gender. Oh, Sable, you can make up for it when you return someday. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Hill that I feel connectedness, fuzziness, electricity, fuzziness. Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its perpetual. Yeah. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do that. Oh. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hill claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hill stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temples to take so go see Driz. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember JD's words now and tell Hill I'll go and see Driz. Okay, so there is an inventory. Interesting. There's also clothes. And I currently am wearing children's stuff because I am a child. That's a big world. That's a pretty big world. How's this location? No, because I'm already at the location. And the sun or the moon? I'm assuming it's the moon. Whee. Should probably get a sleep soon, actually. Let's activate the stone, I guess, and then... Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driz. Driz is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful or has some custom feature. What will its name be? I wonder. How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore or will I get used to it? Driz turns with a bit of a start. Sable, hello. Hello, how are you today? I was told you have something special for me. JD sent me to speak with you. How are you today? Asked Driz how he is. I'm well. I let it hang there for a moment. But I can't do it. I'm too keen on the word spill out. I asked Driz if he might sort of possibly maybe have a bike for me. Your bike? He was it like an idea he just had. Your bike? Yes, of course. Right, your bike that I prepared for you because today is your gliding. Yes, did you forget? In abject horror, I'd gently ask if he may have forgotten. What? What? I could never. It's obviously I have your bike. By which I mean I arranged it for you in a, well, it's a sort of, it's sort of a tutorial for you. Tutorial, it's not here. Did you forget? I'm telling you, I didn't forget. I just made different arrangements. You see, Sable, before you can own your own bike, they must prove... Before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. Think about it and and I've never heard of that part of gliding, but Triz does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worried about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driz gestures for the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if ever I've seen one. I'll give it a go. The test. What's my bike's name? Or what's the bike's name? The test. How will you ever ride your own bike if you haven't tested your riding skills? Come on, Sable, it's part of it. He laughs weakly. It's not convincing. Now, ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. Don't lose your bike. Not ready to have a bike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. Okay, so it's a toggle to strafe. Oh my. Can I go fast? No, this is as fast as I go. Fair enough. I should speak to Driz. You go so much slower if you're strafing, which would make sense. Return to Driz, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations. How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles, unexpected hissing, small fires? What do you mean fires? Surely you noticed if you were on fire, even a little bit. Yes, obviously. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driz, is this bike dangerous? Everything sounded normal. Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been to Hello? Oh, right. Am I not getting a bike? Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to ride your little errands. My little errands. And Hill got something to show you too. Help you out for more of that mobility you're after. My confidence in his existence only lightly tarnished. I thank Triz very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hill. Okay, the thing is I already talked to him. Just ask me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. Okay. Can we zoom in at all? Oh, there we go. I guess I'm going to go talk to him up here, even though I already have the thing. Eh. Hi, buddy. He wasn't ready for me. Hermitage Temple. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, I think I didn't actually get, like, the little stun there. Interesting. Okay, where exactly was this thing again? It's like I kind of remember, but at the same time it's not on my map right now. Okay. There we go. I'm assuming it's this over here. This is quite intriguing. Not a bad game. Whee! It's similar to a Skyrim horse. Let's go. What the heck was that sound? I want to know. Don't know if I want to know. So we're just going to ignore it for now. It's a Mothman. Door closed behind me. No, good. Oh, but that happens. Oh, that's something, I guess. I fell. I fell so far. I'm assuming this is where I'm supposed to be. The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid, exhilarated, or maybe it feels right? I'm ready for Rohana to know me. I'm ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this strange place. I know I am in her sight. He's glowing red. Did it burn me or something? Magic. Can't tell if this is good or bad. He's a shield or something of that caliber. I'm floating though, so that's something. Did I just pass out? Oh. Imagine if I wasn't standing on the platform. Well then, no idea what just happened there. Show him the activated gliding stone. Okay, what the heck? I can glide. That would make sense. He's gone. Interesting, interesting. Quite intriguing. We'll say it's ominous that it's red, but at the same time, eh. And back we go. I think after I get my bike, assuming that the bike actually gets made for me at all, at that point we'll go ahead and call it Streamless. Quite fun so far. If nothing else, the story has intrigued me a lot. Story, art style, gameplay has been fun so far. Hey yo! When I returned to Hilali, well, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They were excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Exciting, true freedom, strange and a little queasy, safe, like a warm hug. Tell Hilal that hovering is exciting and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt, but I'm sure I'll come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. Hilal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh that they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling, just floating on the breeze. I suppose it's best that it fades with age, or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there heaving myself into chasms. I heave myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. Is that really what you do? I wish we could all do it. Until I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes this really serious focus. Well, laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose that gliding won't mean much if... that won't mean much if you were all gains and no loss. Think about it, but decide that there's already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I'm saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another day, for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice, try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all of that out there, but the world is an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Halal for their advice and for their help and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and reassurance, all in one. I say goodbye to Halal. Before I go, Halal gestures towards the tower. It seems Sizzo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. Beats me warmly. You're a little glider. It's a big glider to you. I'm actually a big glider. She laughs. You're right, you are. Sable, noted adult and big glider. I'll keep it in mind. Yes, run into the wall and drain stamina. Great job. Who the heck? Who the heckle is this? The balloon was more fun than the person in it. I approached the cartographer. Ah, greetings, child. Saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? She really is. Longingly? It's bigger than I thought. Clarify that I was looking curiously, and that balloons aren't exactly my ideal vessel, the newcomer shrugs. Fair enough, I suppose when you can enscone yourself in a peaceful little bubble and float down from the sky, a balloon loses some of its charm. But I'll accept your curiosity. Give the balloon an approving nod so that he doesn't feel too bad. Well, good to meet you, and oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I tell him I'm Sable. Suppose if you've come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. I came to see the balloon. Do I need a map? Tell the cartographer I'd love a map. Of course you would. It'll be 50 cuts. To my ears, it's a fair price for a map, but too expensive for my pre-gliding glider with empty pockets. I tell Jordan I'll be back. I'll need to ask Jordan Jotty for some money. Farewell, child. Well, all I need is 10, if I can find another... whatever. If I can find another thing to open, I'll have enough. There's a big temple over there. That's where I started the game at. Okay, Sizzo, what have you? Sizzo's an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and I think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their posts and by their training and their code must go to where they are needed, but Sizzo has been among us so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she's one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibexi overcomes outclanners, versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering to those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who must leave us behind. But we are all welcome to join, and I'm always pleased that Sizzo did. Sable, how do you do? Ooh, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Better now that I'm getting a bike. Excited for my bike, a bit worried. Am I really getting a bike? A bit worried. Am I really getting a bike? Sizzo has a throaty quality in her voice, and it rumbles through her mask as she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, JD told me how excited you were. Sizzo sniffs. She also told me that Driz would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have... I knew it. What? I hadn't meant to say it out loud, so I told her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driz his forgetfulness. Where I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as shattered, and perhaps this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. I'm going to make my own hoverbike? Sounds like an adventure. Technically, shouldn't Driz do this? I tell Sizzo I like the sound of that, a little adventure before my big one. It's more meaningful than you know. The bond of one's bike before it was taken form is more privilege than labor. Here, take this. Navigator. Sizzo hands me something. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful for finding the old parts. I asked Sizzo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships and fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another one at that great rock near the other side of the canyon. Another behind the old dam on the hill. Use Navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. You'll be back before you know it. This is quite a lot of work. Do most gliders make their own bikes? Ask Sizzo if most gliders really make their own bikes. Only the lucky ones. Tell Sizzo I'll see her soon and head off in search of the components. Together we will create something new out of the old. Oh, you can do it like... Okay, so it was there, like there-ish, and then there. That's actually really cool. Oh, and you can toggle like how sensitive it is, so you can get precise too. Oh, and you can have up to 13 of them. And it goes as far as you want it to. So like I guess it's one there and... Huh. Curious what colors. Interesting. It's actually pretty neat. Okay. Well, I think I might go ahead. Is there a save button I have to press? Not necessarily. How do I actually exit? Okay, and then it'll... Okay, that's cool. And so then here, like obviously after I get a map, it's probably going to be easier to do stuff, but it's quite cool. Okay, how do I exit? There we go, system. Save. I can save over the active save slot. Yes. Exit to title. I am intrigued as to how this is going to go. Oh, and it actually takes a picture. Masks collected. What the heck is a mask? Well, there we go. Well, that is going to go ahead and do it for tonight's stream. It also feels weird because yesterday I didn't get the chance to technically end stream properly because internet died. But I hope you all had a wonderful time. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a follow here on Twitch. I think it used to be up there. I think it's down there now. You can also find links down below to the Twitter, Discord, Instagram, YouTube channels, merchandise, that sort of thing. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be for you. Until next time, remember to stand tall. Reach upwards. Excuse me. And I will see you all on the next one. In all honesty, it'll probably be tomorrow, but we'll see. Stay safe, stay sane, all that good jazz. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye.